Confederate John Hunt Morgan's first Kentucky raid began with a surprise attack on the Union's 9th Pennsylvania Cavalry camped at Tompkinsville, Kentucky, in the early morning of July 9th, 1862. Part of the reason for the Union loss was that it lacked adequate firepower. Having few carbines and ammunition, the 9th Pennsylvania relied almost solely on their Colt 44 pistols for defense. Back in the 44 woods, I've got a hole right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a bullet right here. That's what it's going to be, a 44. A whole lot of 44s from here right down that way there. For some reason, all of them are drops. A hole right there. I love it when this happens. Got a little 44 drop. Still in the clod. Found a few 44s up here, not too many, but a few. I'll take that. Found that last 44 right behind me. And this one here came out right there in the bottom. This was a screaming signal here. This one here sounded real good. Could have heard that with a VLF, I believe. That's a great find. Another bullet from the 9th Pennsylvania Cavalry. Still up here in the 44 woods in a different part. I do believe that this is a bullet, and it's a bigger bullet. It's not going to be a 44. I haven't seen it yet, but it's right there. I've seen it fall out. It wasn't that deep. Yeah, it's a bullet. It's been fired too. Let me get it cleaned up, and I'll leave it in the description here below. I come over here and I'm just down from where I found the other two 44s and that fired bullet. And I still don't know what that fired bullet is. It's a big bullet. It may be a Gallager. I don't know. This here sounded good, and I had Mike bring the E-track over here and see what it sounded like. And
it was garbage. Absolutely garbage.
And this bullet was probably no more than 5 inches deep. Yeah. I can't explain that.
Me either. I'm going to need to go back and dig to my garbage, I guess.
Yeah, probably so. Colonel E.C. Williams reported on June the 6th, "If I were ordered with my whole regiment after I get carbines and horses into the neighborhood of Tompkinsville, I feel that I can be of great service in driving out robbers and restoring peace and quiet to that afflicted district." Speaking of a skirmish along the Cumberland River that occurred on June the 11th, Major Thomas Jefferson Jordan of the 9th Pennsylvania reported, "Having but few carbines and no ammunition to spare in a useless contest, I withdrew my men and determined to march for Tompkinsville, where I could support my command." How that hole right there? I've got a cuff button back, and I think that may have disintegrated as I brought it out. Here's the thing. That big old square nail was in there too, over to the side. That's a good find. I didn't get a great signal out of this one here. It's a Gallager case. A little bit bigger piece than we normally find. A little taller. I'll sure take it. Out of that hole right there, I've never seen a bullet just exactly like that one there. It's been fired, you can tell. It's got a flat base. I'm not sure. Looks like it's got maybe 2 rings at the bottom. can't tell. Yeah. I'll do a little bit of looking on that. Somebody knows will help me out. Jordan was in command of the 9th Pennsylvania Cavalry, which camped during the summer of 1862 at Tompkinsville, Kentucky. Jordan received word that Morgan left Knoxville, Tennessee on July 4th and was heading into Kentucky in an attempt to disrupt the Federal supply trains. Maybe a little bit of wind noise. Wind's blowing pretty good. I believe I've got a bullet right there. If I do, it ought to be a Burnside, because that's what I found right in here. That's what it is. A Burnside Confederate bullet. That is a great find. I'm on the opposite side of the Civil War camp from the 44 Woods. If you look in that direction, it's probably a quarter of a mile, maybe a little bit more than that, 3/8 of a mile. And I've got a hole here. This was a decent sound. And I do believe that I've got the end of an iron skeleton key. That's what it looks like. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't know that that is Civil War related, but it's an interesting find. Out of that hole right there, I've never seen one like this. I believe it's part of an iron suspender clip. It's got a brass rivet there in the top of it. I would think that that would be period, but I don't know. I'll take it nonetheless. Reports indicated that Morgan was camped at Salina, Tennessee, about 20 miles southeast of Tompkinsville. At 8 p.m. on July 7th, Jordan took 230 of his men and marched to Salina. Jordan reported, "With this force, I determined to attack Salina and, if possible, capture or disperse the forces of the enemy at that point before they could be fully concentrated." Got another Gallager case right here. Not much of that one left. Kind of hammered in right there. And that's a good find though. I'm right up from the big spring hole. These are the deep woods right here. And right in the bottom of that hole right there, I've got, there it is. I've got what I'm pretty sure is a Gallager. Yep, that's what it is. It's a big old Gallager. We got a lot of mud on it. That's a great find. If they'd had more of these carbines and bullets, the 9th Pennsylvania might have won this battle. I don't know, 8 inches deep probably. And I've got a Gallager case right here. Reaching his destination on the morning of July 8th, Morgan was nowhere to be found, so Jordan retraced his 20-mile march back to Tompkinsville, arriving at camp at 8 o'clock that night. Morgan had camped at Gainesboro, Tennessee on July 7th and didn't arrive in Salina until the afternoon of July 8th, shortly after Jordan and the Federal troops left on their march back to Tompkinsville. I was hunting right up in that direction right there, but I have found a few bullets right down in here before, and I've got a hole right there. This bullet here sounded good. It's a 44, but you can see that wood's patina on it. I rubbed it just a little bit right there to get down to the white. That's down probably about 10 inches. That's the same hole. Well, actually, it's probably right in here where that other 44 come out. Covered my hole up and then rechecked it. And about 10 inches, 11 inches down, I had another signal. And it's another 44. So always recheck your holes. I might have to wait about filming this one here. That is the same hole. I went back over it, covered it up, went back over it, and I've got another 44. And so all three of those 44s came out of the same the same hole right there. That may be my first bullet spill. That made a good hunt already here today. From the 9th Pennsylvania Cavalry, Union. This is unbelievable. I'm in the same hole. I actually have moved over just a little bit. And you can see right in the bottom of the hole, right there. There's another 44. That makes 4 44s that I've got out of this same hole. Now that Colt held 6 bullets. I just wonder if there's 2 more right in here. And I'm running over the hole with it open, but then after I cover it back up, I get a signal. So I'm gonna keep hunting right in here. Covered the hole up again. Ran over it before I covered it up. Didn't get anything. Covered the hole up again, getting a signal. And then, don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Another 44. Pull him out. There's 5 bullets out of the same hole. I've never had a bullet spill like this. I know there's got to be one more. Let's get all 6 of them. Morgan determined to launch a surprise attack on the Union camp on the dawn of July 9th. Morgan reported, "I thought by a rapid night march I might succeed in surprising them. I left the river at 10 p.m. on the 8th, and at 5 a.m. on the 9th I surprised the enemy, having surrounded them. I threw 4 shells into their camp and then carried it by a dashing charge." I didn't have to cover the hole back up this time. Ran back over it, got another signal, got another 44 right there. That is 6 44s out of the same hole. What a great spill. I'm gonna get all these out here in a minute and film them all separate, all together. I just keep going down. I didn't cover the hole up. There's another one right there. That is 7 44s out of the same hole. This is absolutely unbelievable. Never done this before. I found spots that had a lot of bullets in it, but I've never pulled that many bullets out of the same hole. Well, I think this is probably all of them. I've dug it out and you can see there's a big root right there. 7 Colt 44s out of the same hole. I've never had a spill like that. What a great hole right there. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't take but 1 or 2 of those to make a great hunt. It's already a great hunt. Jordan later said of the battle, "As day broke on the morning of the 9th, a faint discharge of firearms was heard far out on the Salina road. I at once ordered the horses to be saddled, and in a few moments my pickets reported the enemy approaching in large force. And within a minute the head of Colonel Morgan's command began to deploy from the woods into an open field some 300 yards from me. I soon found that his force outnumbered mine 6-1. I gave the order to wheel and retreat. To gain the Burkesville road, it was necessary that my retreat should be through a deep woods to my rear, where we were met by 2 squadrons of Texas Rangers. This is an odd thing to find on a Civil War camp. I thought for sure it was going to be an Indian. It's wheat scent. I don't have a date on it. I'll get one and leave it on this clip. Screamer right there. And this signal didn't sound all that good, but it is a Trouser button. It's a 4-hole. You can see on that side right there. That would have been period. Don't know if it was off of a Confederate or a Union set of trousers, because the Texas Rangers came up this holler right here and cut off Jordan's retreat right in here, captured them. This signal here was a strange signal, I'll tell you, and the only way that I know how to describe it is, you guys that water hunt, you know what a bobby pin sounds like. You get that little double beep, and that's what I got on this. That is obviously a lady's ring, I think, pretty sure. And I guess the only way it could be Civil War related, it might have been worn around the neck of a soldier, but it also could have been lost by some girl or lady later on. You never know. But I'll take it. That's a good find. It's a different, interesting find. Union losses for the 9th Pennsylvania included 4 killed. Among the killed was Lieutenant Aaron Sullivan. There were 7 wounded and 19 prisoners, including Jordan. Confederate losses included 10 wounded. Colonel Archibald Hunt of the Georgia Cavalry was accidentally shot by his own men during the charge and died at Tompkinsville on July the 25th.